Welcome guys back to the channel. We're just looking at last week's race. This is the recap. So we got 17 laps here, starting in P20. Didn't get the best of starts here, so we are definitely going to look for a way around Latifi and Delatraz right now. Delatraz goes up to P17. We're still right at the back, but you see us, we're going to peek through. We're going to go past Delatraz, a bit of contact, don't quite get all the way around, but we do move up into P19 there. And quite close battling with Latifi right now. Desperately trying to keep him behind us here at all costs. And again, some more minor contact with Delatraz, our teammate, but we are okay. Going on to lap 2 here. Not much happening so far, apart from, as you see, we're on the the slower tyre compound on the mediums. So we actually are on the back foot, and we really need to try and survive. Lap 3, nothing happens up to this point much, apart from my poke out again. But this time we avoid contact with Delatraz for the most part. Just trying to keep this all safe and all secure on track. And you see here, it's starting to get a bit of a gap build up. We're starting to get our own kind of little section of track. So we're going to go for the move on Mick Schumacher there. Not able to completely make the move work. But we're going to slot into P18. And approaching the chicane. Are we going to see any moves get made? Oh, not quite. Moving on to lap number 4 here. We are going to look for a move now on Mick Schumacher, and we get it done. So, there we are. We're going to hold the inside line, and next target is going to be Giovinazzi. And just looking back here, we do have Charles Leclerc, who's just had the pit stop already. Goes past nice and quick round us there. And look at a lovely shot of the new livery there. This is the Season 1 2021 livery. And again, trying to keep Charles Leclerc behind us. Not an easy feat, that. But lap 9 here. Now we've got Ricciardo and Gasly right behind us here. We're struggling to keep up. We do need to pit, but we're just making these mediums last as long as they physically can. But now we go into the pits. And we are going to lose those positions there, but on lap 17 we are going to come out here, and currently sitting in P16, and that's going to be how it goes. So welcome guys back to the channel. It's Afro991 here, and we are back for round 5 at Monaco. Now this is going to be intense, because this is a track I'm not massively that fast at. So if you enjoy what you see guys, make sure you subscribe, click the notification bell, like and subscribe, comment your favourite moment of the video. You see there, we're just doing...
expecting some new developments to come through, but some of them have failed quality control. We'll need to tell the team what to redevelop via the R&D screen. How do you want us to deal with this one? The department wants me to pass on their thanks for helping out. You're not currently in a rivalry. Sooner or later, you'll probably be asked by the media who you consider to be your rival. Think carefully who you select, as while you will receive a claim for beating them, you'll lose a claim if you fail to do so.
So once again, we are doing some housekeeping, answering some questions, and just generally seeing our status of our upgrades. You see that we had a failure there. So the durability department is definitely something we need to start considering a bit more now. Of course, we have had some issues the past 2 rounds with the durability. So of course, we need to be on the lookout for that today. However, the real challenge is going to be Monaco itself, the deadly track. So let's go there and see how we do. Look at that, round 5 of 23. It's getting intense, to say the least. So we are going to go into practice 1 after we just check out the new components there. So we see there 2 out of 3 are complete. We luckily got a gearbox upgrade, and we got a weight reduction there. But sadly the downforce didn't quite go through. Looks like we could be expecting a bit of rain on the forecast. But apart from that, nothing too much to report on there. By the way guys, check out player.com, PL4YR, for gaming made easier, for PC gaming, and even mobile phone gaming. Make sure to check it out via the link in the description below. So we're going to go to track here. Let's just see the carnage unfolding.
I've had a chat with the R&D team about the new car parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car okay. With any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement. So give them a try.
And that is exactly what we're going to do our best to do. Do our best. It's pretty much the best way to describe this race and practice
Okay,
today.
we need a few solid laps here to help us calculate a good race strategy.
We do actually clip the end of the car there on the wall. Mr. Barrier making an appearance once again. In fact, there'll be lots of appearances of Barrier today. So I've not got the best of times around here, and I do improve my general pace around here, but I definitely need to work on quite a lot. But yeah, that corner definitely is one I should be braking up more on. Same with this one.
Are you all right? Engine off, engine off.
I'm alive, but just about. Luckily, we've got our replay function, which will be used quite a lot in this one.
Okay, your goal is to get through as many corner gates as quickly and precisely as possible. Best of luck out there.
Right, so for the best minigame in this game, the gates. Let's see how we do. So, I've had a pretty good run up to this point, but somehow I missed that gate there. I don't exactly know how that happened there. I think we did get this in a couple of rounds ago. I don't know if maybe the car needs to be completely level, or perhaps I was just under the minimum speed. Not 100% sure, but apart from that turn, all seems to be okay here.
Approaching the DRS zone. Watch your MFD for the activation point.
I think it was 10-11 now I struggle with a little bit. Oh, same with this one here, 19. Nearly getting it wrong there, but we do luckily just about survive it. This little hairpin as such is, or roundabout, is just super slow. Don't really know the best optimized route for that one, but yeah. We just about almost grabbed the whole of 11 there. So yeah, that's a recurring thing there. So of course that definitely a recurring issue, which of course we do need to work on. And yeah, so now we're in our qualifying lap. So this is going to be the best one of the laps that I set. Oh, it looks like someone's just come out of the pits there. I think that one could have been Ricardo. We can actually cut that corner a little bit, but I don't know if that was proper legal, but so far it seems to be fine in the story mode anyway. Or in this My Team career. Which if you guys are enjoying, let me know. I'll leave a card and the last round in the end of the video if you want to check it out, or vice versa if you want to check it out, just check it out in the channel. I'll leave cards at the top. So everything up to this point is pretty intense. We're not quite past the intensity because it does go to level 11 very soon. And I feel like I'm a bit sluggish through there. Of course, we're using this season as like a trial season and to do our best. So at least we can set some. We could just set some time so we know what to aim for next season. And that's going to do it for our qualifying lap. We're going to be coming out here with a 1:13.497. So we're going to go to the grid now. And, oh, not before receiving these upgrades. Look at that. Some good XP there. I'll take that. So we're going to go into the race. So we'll see you on the track.
With qualifying complete, let's review our top three today. Bottas, Hamilton and Sergio Perez. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry. We'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
So, yeah, we're going to head there in a second. We're just going to see where we finished and, yeah, basically got second to last there. Maybe this difficulty is a bit too high. But then again, I am a new team in this and I'm pretty new to most of these tracks. So, it's probably to be expected I'm going to be at the bottom. Anyway, to the race. Let's go.
Formula One returns to Monte Carlo once again today, home to the world-famous Monte Carlo Casino, first opened in 1863. And, of course, a certain road race, first held here in 1929. There's no greater an occasion, no more valuable a win than the Monaco Grand Prix. The astonishing Circuit de Monaco is, for all intents and purposes, virtually unchanged since its inaugural race back in 1929. The faster cars of today, though, ensure the 19 corners past the casino and along the seafront remain as thrilling as ever. A 2.1 mile lap here takes us around an entire country, yet never more than inches from the race-ending barriers. Anthony Davidson joins me again for the race today. Now, I want to talk to you about Valtteri Bottas. That was a great win in the last race. Can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Perez, Verstappen, Charles Leclerc and Sainz, Norris, Ricciardo, Gasly and Sebastian Vettel, Fernando Alonso, Stroll, Yuki Tsunoda and Raikkonen, Delatraz, Ocon, Nicholas Latifi and George Russell, Giovinazzi, Mick Schumacher, Jackson and Nikita Mazepin. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Right, so we got a big race ahead of us here. So let's just get our pit strategy all organised. And what we're going to do, it actually defaults the strategy here, which we're pretty much just going to go with. As it looks to me, that seems to be fine. Of course, we're going to listen to the game a little bit here, because we have been going on our own and we have been struggling a little bit with certain issues involving the engine and the wing. So we're going to bring down the fuel a little bit, just to give our car a little bit of an edge. So anyway, let's go.
Okay, here we go.
Let's see how we do. So let's make sure we get a good start here. This is going to be very important. And as far as starts go, not too bad, because we get close to Schumacher, but Schumacher cuts us off. So fair play. We're going to go to the left. Are we going to get around the outside? Oh, we do just about get around the outside. Okay, there's one position down. Okay, sweet. That was I'm happy with that overtake. Now, next up is Latifi and Russell. So we're going to go diving up on the inside here, exploiting the AI. And for the most part, we seem to be okay, although there is a bit of contact there. How many positions did we make up there? In P16 now, so we did make up a good couple. Happy days. Anyway, back we go. So, now approaching turn 11, which I really seem to struggle with. So, let's see, how am I going to do for the first opening lap of the race now? I'm going to brake just after the 100 board there. Well, I think it was anyway. Trying to ride that sausage, and then going all the way around. Don't know if riding the sausage is optimal in these cars, but oh, we don't brake hard enough there, so we need to quickly rewind time and sort that out. So we're going to go again. Oh, some phasing kicking in there, but there we are. So we do have Ocon just on our tail here, looking desperately to get past. Luckily got that mirror up there for reference.
There's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time, and there are no plans for a safety car right now.
There we are. So fantastic news. I don't know if that was any mud debris or not, but yeah. We've just completed a challenge there, so happy days. Team Mars. So we do have Ocon just going for the move on us there, but not quite able to make it work. So we're going to stick to our braking points here. Try not to let that get the better of us. It's one thing surviving this circuit, another thing surviving in a race. So Delatraz just up ahead of us here with a gap of 1.2 seconds. We're going to try and reel him in. Don't know how easy that's going to be, but we're still going to try anyway.
We've reached a worrying level of wear on the internal combustion engine. Let's try and keep the revs down. Early upshifts, later downshifts.
So that is now another factor we need to take into consideration. I'm not sure what's wrong with my car, guys. Let me know if there's any tips and tricks you guys can offer to help me keep the wear at a minimum. Perhaps I'm just overdriving the car way too much for how much its capacity is. But yeah, we're going to just do our best here. We're going to have to upshift, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to lose a bit of time while we're at it.
Accumulating some wear on the MG UK. To manage this, we'll need to lower our ERS deployment mode.
So we won't really be using much ERS in terms of overtake, and in addition, we're not going to really be able to utilise the shifting up at the optimal point. So we are going to be at the disadvantage here once again. But if we can avoid finishing last, I think that'll be a good enough victory here. We are starting on the harder tyre compound, so maybe we'll be able to attack later on in the race. But still, we're just sitting behind Delatraz right now. Kind of riding the roundabout area there. Don't really know if that's the best way to take it, looking back. But I do take different lines.
We have a very worn out MG UK. Our battery charge speed is suffering, and if it gets much worse, we could be forced to retire. DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
So you can see down there, that overtake button just pretty much just went from about 71 or something to about 59 or something. It went really quick just down that straight. So we definitely need to be cautious on when we use the overtake button, and in addition we need to be cautious on shifting up to late. And I don't know if we'll actually be able to utilise DRS or not. We will find out shortly though. I don't think we're going to have too much of a advantage in this race. But you know what, let's just try our best to survive it as best as possible here. In P16 right now on lap 4, so we are currently up from P20 or P21, one of the two.
Gap to car in front is 1.6 seconds.
So we have only lost about 4 tenths on Delatraz from when we last checked that about a lap or two ago now. Not ideal that we're losing time, however we are on a slower tyre compound, so it is probably to be expected, but this is the one the game provided us here. Or that, or it saves our preset, I don't actually know. So, again, approaching turn 11 here, which is one I don't really find particularly ideal, but we do take it alright that time, so okay, phew. And we are nearly at the 25% mark.
A new strategy is available on the MFD.
So what is the strategy it talks about? Let's have a little look here. If I don't forget to press, there we are. So we can either pit
okay, copy that.
super early, but I don't want to pit too early because I feel like my tyres are just not going to be in any good shape.
You're losing a small amount of time to the car behind. Keep pushing.
So at the moment we got Ocon just 2.5 tenths behind us right now. It's going to be really hard to keep him there. Just need to try not to worry about the moves that he's making right now. Luckily we just about get ahead here, and we know this section they're not really going to be able to go for many overtakes with the size of these cars around here, so we don't have to worry too much about Ocon at this very moment. However, it's going to be the straights we're going to be at a disadvantage here. Oh, we do hit the wall there. We do need to go back and rewind time there because it would have equaled big death. So we're going to use that fancy replay function. Yep, that's right, guys. We are time travelers. There we go. It's confirmed. You know, if you want to come to the channel with time traveling, Zafra991 is your channel to go to. So here we are, lap 5. There's been a couple of deaths right now, but we have
to the car ahead is 3.0 seconds.
We have been able to amend that. We're now 3.2 seconds away from Delatraz here. This time is, well, we're losing a lot of time, to be honest. So all we can do is hope for the best. So let me know, guys, where do you think we're going to finish? Opting for anything but last. We've got a huge gap now, looking at that mini map at the bottom left there as well, to Delatraz up ahead of us there, our teammate. We're going to see Ocon look for a move, not quite able to make it stick. Does get really close though. But on the bright side, don't have to worry too much about Ocon for just a couple moments now. And Giovinazzi is not too far away as well from Ocon behind. But there's a couple of cars powered up behind now. Can't quite tell exactly who's behind at this stage. But it's our responsibility to just push as best as we can, given the circumstances and the hand we're dealt. So taking 10-11 fairly okay there. Into turn 12. We'll try and keep this into a nice tight apex, which I think we do for the most part. flat out for that bit just back there. I'm trying to turn in nice and early here to avoid death. So of course we can't use our DRS here, so the car is within 8 tenths behind us right now, Ocon, so we're going to be really struggling with that. Someone's just come out the pits there, I think. Couldn't quite tell who that was. I think they had just come out the pits anyway. Pitting on lap 7 out of 20, so perhaps going for the undercut. Fair play to them. Going to go for a tight apex here. Although we don't quite apex that properly. Oh, we do lose our wing, so again we're going to time travel once again. And this will do fine. There's a bit of contact with the wall, or 2 times, but we're not going to rewind it that time. We're just going to live with it. Sometimes you got to make mistakes to learn from them. Sometimes you don't. But this time we do. We decide to just stick with it, and we'll see how far it gets us. So that 8/10 gap that we had is still briefly there, although we can't seem to turn very well. Yep, this is going to be a struggle, this one.
There's been an incident on track, but officials aren't looking to push for a safety car right now. Just be careful. Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
So we're going to make sure the wing gets repaired this race, because that's definitely needed.
Got that confirmed.
And we're going to make that change as well. So we're going to be pitting around the lap 10 mark. We might come in early if we have to. If we have to stay out later, we of course will do that as well. Oh sorry, lap 14 even is our pit window.
Louis is coming in for his stop.
So we're going to start seeing more and more people going to the pits, hence how we're going to jump up a bit. But Ocon's still applying lots of pressure to us here, not letting us out of his sights. Oh, Gasly there on the right. Just really struggling to turn the car, but Ocon gets past. We're going to use time travel there and just rewind time just a little bit. And try and right those wrongs. So we know Gasly's going to come out the pits here. Yep, there he is. Now we're going to keep a little bit more of a gap and turn in a bit earlier. And there we are alive.
We can't take you right now. Pit in next lap.
So we're actually going to pit in the end of lap 9. But I am feeling my car struggle big time right now. So Norris just behind us right now. And a group of cars. Going to try and save our position here from Ocon. Going for the dive. Actually almost making it work. Oh, actually we do make it work. There we are. Okay, that was nice. I think that was a fair play. A bit of a dive, but fair play. So coming around turn 10 here. Not much to report apart from those early upshifts and no DRS. You see that wing struggling there. You see the ICE. Oh, never mind, the wing is struggling now. ICE is struggling. ICE has seen better days as well. We can barely navigate around that corner there. Corner cutting penalty we might have to be on the lookout for. But I just want to bring this back to the garage at this point. So let's see. Can we survive? We're going to let Ocon and Norris go. A little bit of contact though. Really struggling with that corner there. Oh, we do get a booting from Alonso just behind us there. And look at that. We're just not in the ideal place here. So let's get in the pits. Let's just get our pit stop out of the way anyway. That's just one less thing to worry about here. We do still have the soft tyres to use, so we will still have a tyre advantage on some people. Just, I don't know how much we're going to really be able to push, given the lots of time we've experienced in this race up to this point.
Exit now.
Okay, so we're out. Schumacher just ahead of us now.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
So we got Alonso behind us right now. And Schumacher just ahead of us. We need to be cautious on the shifting up early, so we're going to start doing that again now. Of course, as you guys may or may not know, I am driving manual with the recommended gear at the bottom there, but that I don't really get a chance to look at that massively. But while I'm learning these tracks, I think it's nice just to have that pop up. And it's nice actually. I feel like the car feels a bit better now. The tyres anyway, it does feel like I can push a bit more and get maybe a better lap time than I've currently set for 1:15.3. I definitely need to be a couple seconds quicker around here, just generally. But at the moment, just trying to build up that gap to Alonso behind and start reeling in Schumacher, who's at 2 seconds right now. Although that time is very, very quickly going up. But at the same time, they might be using their electronics, which at the moment I kind of can't really use. I can use it tiny, tiny bits, but I am risking it every time I do. Very cautious on the wear. We still have a lot of rounds to go yet as well, so we'll hopefully see some luck.
We're trailing our teammate by 21.0 seconds.
Look at that, and Tadella tries to lost 21 seconds. That's gone very quick. So skipping forward here to lap 15. So again, still in our same position of P21 right now. Alonso has caught up, 6 tenths behind us. And I'm just desperately trying to survive and just bring this home. We've only got 5 laps to go at this point. You're going to see they're getting closer and closer, so their electronics are still in good shape, it looks like. We do just about ride that sausage, or ride that corner at the end there. Definitely not recommended there.
The turbocharger is on its last legs. Let's try to keep mileage on it to a minimum.
So, rip the turbocharger there. That's going to be a big, big problem. You see, we've already lost a couple seconds to Schumacher up ahead now, 5.3 seconds, which is only going up.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
And fuel isn't too much of an issue, although it is there. We don't have to worry massively about the fuel for this very moment in time. Although I do see the fuel gauge at the bottom right there is flashing yellow. Or actually just steady yellow right now. Again, coming around turn 10 here. And do seem to be okay for the most part. Now, turn 11 is definitely one of my kryptonites around here, it looks like. I feel like I take it too slow, but let me know, guys. Am I taking it okay or not? So we skip forward here to lap 18, which is soon to be lap 19.
There's been an incident on track resulting in loose debris. Fortunately, the marshals have managed to clear it up in time, and there are no plans for a safety car right now. Gap to car in front is 7.3 seconds.
So look at that, I lost too much time on the drivers ahead, but we are still keeping Alonso just about behind us here. We are playing defensively, but it's also very good to learn this for when we do some online play and just generally just get better at racing these F1 cars, because this is still a new ball game to me. Oh, we do just about avoid the wall there as well. So we're going to be slugs and go around here about 27 miles per hour. There we are, let's get some of that speed back. As we approach turn 10 here, onto a little mini straight. So we're going to make the most out of this before turn 11, where I may end up losing some momentum once again. But look at that, we have extended that gap to 5 tenths, at least briefly anyway. And yeah, that gap just comes down and down again. It's like a tug of war right now with the car and its potential. So we're going to be initiating the final lap now. At least our final lap anyway, with Alonso, who could potentially be a rival of ours, but I don't really know. Not really had a lot.
This is your final lap of the race.
Not had a lot of one-on-one battling with Alonso up to this point. Maybe a little bit, but not too much. But here we go. So it looks like Bottas takes the victory home there. We're going to actually see Alonso get alongside us here and going in on the inside, but does back out of it.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
Still there, but we are just about okay. The fuel gauge now is red, so now we just need to be careful of the fuel. But luckily, with us short shifting and the fuel being an issue, we are actually saving fuel at the same time. So this should balance out, hopefully, just about for the end of this lap. So, although any other position is not securable right now, what is securable is this position, P21. Can we do it? Approaching turn 11 here. Are we going to see any death? No, we're going to survive it. There you go, for the 20th time today. Or 20th plus how many qualifying and practice laps are done. Feels like a lot. So here we are, last little bit. Are we going to be okay for this little hairpin down here? Well, we're going to do it. I think we're going to take home P21, guys. Here we go. We're going to see Alonso just reel us in a little bit here. Got to go side by side, but we're just about going to get the P21 there. So what a race.
Over. Take care of the car on the way in.
And wow, okay, that was very intense. That was Oh, there you go. Well done, Nikita Mazepin, for the driver of the day. That was very intense, that race. I've got to say, I struggled.
It's the one that everyone wants to win, and they've only gone and done it. What a fantastic result here at Monaco. So, Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions, and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today, and the results speak for themselves.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again.
So, I think that was a fairly okay race. Not my best performance, but definitely not my worst. Well, actually, probably was pretty bad. But we need to learn from it anyway, so that is what we do. We do get lots and lots of XP there. So we of course do see that driver's pass thingamabob go up a little bit. Nice. But we do still have a long ways to go on this one. So, of course, next week is Azerbaijan. It's going to be tough because I've never been there before. But we'll see how we do.
4 points for Valtteri Bottas, further solidifying his lead at the top of the table. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Nikita Mazepin gets my vote today.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined...
So we finished where we start, and I think I'll take that one home. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next round, or the next live stream, or the next video. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.